A lot of stuff's been going through my mind this past week. Two of them I'm going to share with you. The rest of them aren't really that important or problematic as these are. So, earlier this week on Monday, our school was put under lockdown because of two students, one in California and the other in Sullivan County, New York, posted messages of interest on the internet about threatening our school. It may have happened in a chat room, threatening a student or bringing guns or something. We're not really sure on the really basic details of it, but we know that they've been caught, and they have both admitted to threatening our school. So we were put under lockdown drill. It started at 7:15 in the morning, which most people don't arrive to school until that time. And we were put under lockdown from the end of first period until third period, when they released us in a rapid extrication drill where we had to exit the building as fast as we could calmly. That was around 9:15, around there. And we got the rest of the day off, but it was still really scary. The school officials never really told us what happened until the day after, or later that day we found out because of the news. But inside of the lockdown, we were completely unaware of anything that was going on. We were told to get into the corners, and we had the lights off and the blinds closed. And we sat there for an hour and a half. We weren't quiet, and I don't think half of the school was. We weren't told any details, and the teachers were really lax about it, but it was still a really good procedure that was done correctly. I don't know, how stupid can you be but to threaten people over the internet? Threatening on the internet is stupid. One, the kid lived in California. How is that? What kind of threat would we, or what happened to make you threaten our school or our students? I don't understand why. Maybe the kid in Sullivan County, New York, maybe he had a little more reason or less reason. He's a little closer, so he might have more of a real threat. But when you type something on the internet, it's there. It's imprinted. It's there. You know, anyone can look for it, especially the FBI, which look for hot words like bomb and threat and gonna blow you up and shit like that. And that's how they got caught, and that's how we got put under lockdown. Yeah, the rest of the day I had off, and we went to the park, played frisbee, and fell in the river, but, you know, that's besides the point. You know, it was very traumatic. Well, it wasn't as traumatic as you'd think. There wasn't people crying. There wasn't people in mass hysteria, people jumping out of windows. Maybe a couple students were being stupid and jumped out of windows, but, you know, believe what you want to believe, you know, I'm just saying this for the hell of it. So, that was my near-death experience on Monday. Nothing really happened since then. Tuesday, it was pretty boring. So today, I overheard a student talking to another student. This is completely unrelated. Another student talked to another student about, I don't think I'm going to pass it. I'm not going to be able to pass this year because of gym. And she showed everyone her report card, and you can see the report card, the other grades for the last quarters, and most of them were really low. And I don't understand, for all of her classes too, I don't understand how this is a surprise to her that she might not graduate. I was seriously like, what? How did you not see this coming that you might not graduate? Because of gym is one of the subjects that she was lacking in. Because, you know, students in our school don't really care. They skip gym. You know, you have to take 4 years of it and get 4 credits of it. And you skip gym, you know, more than 10 times, you're already maxed out. So, you know, you need to take gym. It's important. But, you know, I don't have to take it anymore because I lifeguard during those periods and I get an automatic 100. So yeah. But like she was one of those students that's, if you just like listen to her in like a classroom for like maybe twice, you'll understand why she's failing. She's loud, opinionated, you know, and you know, she doesn't do anything. I've been in that government class for, you know, a whole quarter with her, and she's crazy, and I don't think she should be able to pass. And, you know, there's a lot of other students in our school like that. I heard her saying that the fail list for the senior class is 3 pages long. 3 pages, that's got to be like, what, 10 per page maybe? 10 students per page? I don't know, because there's only 300 students. There's only about 300 seniors that are still around. So, unless every senior's failing, or they wrote in really, really big font, I don't think that's 3 pages long. But I would believe that a good majority of our senior class might not pass. You know I'm passing. I need to get, you know, I had an 87 average this last quarter, so I was happy with that. I'm going to a community college next year, so you know, I'm all set. As for the other students, good luck to you guys. I hope you have fun working at McDonald's and such places like that, because you put this upon yourself. I know I'm not the greatest student. You know, I'm very apathetic, but I know shit needs to get done. But, you know, when you see over and over that you're failing or close to failing, wouldn't it be a hint that you might not graduate? You know, these are all things that you have to put into perspective. And I realized that I needed to pass this year to graduate, and I've passed all my classes as of now, except for psychology. But that was an elective and college level, and I know I'm going to be able to do psychology in college when I get there. But, you know, the class was really hard. But other than that, like the government class, it's you show up, you do your work, and you get 100 or close to it. I have a 95 in that class. It's awesome. If I get above a 90 average in that class, I don't have to take the final. I didn't have to take the final for economics either, which I took anyway, and I needed a negative 85 on the final to fail that class. I know students that needed to get over an 80 to pass, and you need economics to pass in our school to graduate. You need that as a senior. So I just, you know, I can't understand how people could, you know, get that close to failing, and especially now that it's what, middle of April, or end of April, and she's just realizing now that she might not graduate. That's sad. I feel bad for her, and almost it's like a haha in your face, because you know, if you waited this long, you should deserve it. So that's my little rant on our school threats and the non-graduating. And that's about it. I have nothing else to really report. My mouse is broken. It pisses me off because it's one of those laser mouse that's wireless. I spent $40 on this, and I'm like, this was over the summer when I had a lot of money, and this thing basically sucks. All right, goodbye.